Good evening, friends. Hope you've had a beautiful Thursday. I've had a beautiful Thursday. I want to talk tonight about family. Family. Wherever you are with family. If you're first walking in the door, meeting someone's family, if you're already in a relationship or in a marriage within a family. Let's start from the very beginning. You have Mr. or Mrs. Wonderful. It's that big day. You're going to meet the family. Say they're not so nice. Let me just cut to the chase. Now let me say, it's wonderful for all the families that are terrific and bend over backwards to make you feel welcome. But I want to visit the flip side of that, okay? My point is, if you're just meeting someone's family for the first time and it's rocky, it's tense, maybe the greeting was cold, maybe you felt the way they were cold, maybe they weren't as warm, maybe you can't even imagine how your partner and the love of your life could actually even be related to these people. Maybe it's that. If that's the case, it's not always about you. I want you to take a lot of it off of you. It is most of the time not about you at all. Sometimes if it's the parents, whether it be the mother or the father, the way they behave, and if you don't feel like it's very warm, sometimes it's their fear speaking. And we all know that fear speaks very loudly at times. Not always vocally, but just by in our actions and our body language, right? It's fear. Fear of losing their child, their son or their daughter to you. And that may have already started to occur. So, say they're finally meeting you, the one that is the reason why they're hardly hearing from their little love anymore. Now, there's a way to work with that. And it's time and consistency of kindness. The one thing that we don't do when folks are like that is change who we are ever. Don't ever become someone that you're not. To whether it be you're going into war or battle with these folks. Refuse to go into battle with anybody. Doesn't mean that you allow someone to walk over you, but there is a way to be even firm with kindness. If someone keeps inviting you out to the battle, refuse to go, but be firm with your kindness. This way they kind of know that they're not walking over you. You've just made a decision that you're not going to be invited to something that you don't want to attend. That's all it is. That's all it's about. There's a reason that I ask you to do this, and it means sucking up a little bit, and letting a lot of it go and realizing that it's not you. And when you start taking this off of you, it's not you that they're attacking personally. Look at it at all angles, that it's the fear factor. And sometimes that's the only way people know how to react. Sometimes when we meet siblings, whether it be the brother or the sister, see they're not so warm and fuzzy. Sometimes people feel they're showing their own insecurities of loss. Maybe they feel like they're losing a brother to you. It's not going to be the same. The friendship's going to take on a different level. Well, they're right. It will take on a different level. But in time, it will all go back to maybe not exactly the way it was. Things do change. But when you meet someone's family, you're not coming into the family to take anybody away. You're coming into the family to complement what they already have. And once they realize that you're coming in to not minus the family, but add and complement to the family, you will do great in that family. Even the worst of families will accept you. That is true. It just takes time. Don't allow people to force you into what you're not. Force them to become what you're comfortable with on your own terms. Force their hand. Don't allow anyone to force you into what you're not. Okay? What's wonderful about this is with your consistency with kindness, it will change them, which is great. It's what you want. You want to change them. If you're in a relationship, whether it be a marriage or a partnership, and it seems like no matter what you do, the family relations are just strained, take the same approach. If you find yourself going toe to toe and it gets heated, remember this, where family is concerned, it can only end badly. You don't even want to go there. You just don't want to go there. Because what happens is, when an outsider comes in and it gets confrontational, a lot of times they won't forget that. If it comes from their child, it's washed down the sink, in a matter of minutes sometimes. But if it comes from an outsider, they won't forget it. So don't do it. Restrain and have control. And consistent kindness is what will help this relationship. And I'm not kidding, consistency. Ask yourself, who continues to be angry with somebody or annoyed or whatever the case may be with someone that comes with them consistently with kindness? At some point, you're going to break down the walls. If the walls are high up and really, heavily insulated, it might take some time to break down those walls, but believe me, as you are consistent with your behavior model and you don't change at all, and they see the same face each time, they will change, and it will be a great thing. Stay consistent. There are times when we go to battle with our family members, with our partner's family. And what happens is our partner, even if the family is not in the right, the partner feels like they're put in the middle because it feels uncomfortable. Believe me, nobody wants to have discomfort in their family. It makes them feel ill at ease. So if there is a battle and you feel like somebody has overstepped their boundaries and out of their shoes and place with you, allow your partner to handle it. You really have to do that, even if it's tough for them. And we have to be careful not to dictate to them how they should handle it. See if they can come up with it on their own. Maybe you can help them if they're having difficulty at advising them how to stand up to their family. But don't dictate to them how they should tell or handle their family. It is their family. When you do that, when you force someone to do something that they really don't want to do, what happens? It causes friction in our own relationship. If something has occurred at a barbecue, at a family gathering, and I don't know if it happens to all of us. As soon as we hit the car, boom, an explosion, right? Don't do it. Even if it means being silent, again, restraint and control. Change the topic completely. If you both know that what went on in there was strained, when you come out to your car or when you hit the door at your home, don't tackle it anymore that night. You may want to wait a couple of days. Get the emotion all out of the way. Get the heat out of the moment before you discuss it. This will alleviate the arguments about family. I don't know how many times have we had arguments that have nothing to do with us, but family, right? Sometimes friends, family, okay? Don't allow that. Don't allow yourself to be drug into that. In this case, cooler heads prevail. Discuss it when you are calm and you can really get the facts out at what's occurring. And again, handle it with consistency and kindness. There are times that people might get out of line with you and you feel like, wow, they really need to be laid out. Believe me, if you lay them out, they'll never forget it. You know, down in family history. Remember when she said, don't do it. It's again, it's being invited into battle, okay? Have everything on your terms, just the way you want it. You'll have more control that way, of the way you want this relationship to go, instead of someone trying to pull you in and deciding how the relationship's going to go. Stand your ground, okay? Classy, firm, and kindness is a wonderful thing to do. It will keep the relationship with you and your partner very healthy. Okay, when someone's family steps out of boundaries, believe me, the partner feels uncomfortable. They don't like it either. Again, stay in your beautiful, kind shoes with class and consistency, and you'll be happy that you did. You really will. And it'll make for a great, beautiful relationship between you and your partner. Okay. I think that's all I have. Hold your tongue with dignity and respect for yourself and your partner. Dictate how your relationship's going to go. And don't let anyone disturb your groove. Okay? If you have a topic, come at me on Facebook, Bear This and That, or on my Twitter page, at Bear This and That. My website's going to be done, or something will be up, will be up in about a week and a half. And you can also, hit me up there as well. But for right now, we can talk right here. If you send me your topics and questions, I can talk about it right here. Post your name, talk to you here, or we can do it confidential. There's some people that's coming to me via Skype. So Skype, I'm the same thing. Bear This and That. Thank you for your support. Have a beautiful night. Mwah. Love you.